For 60 years, Israel has never confirmed it has nuclear weapons. Trump may have just done it for them. A reporter asked about the nuclear option. Trump said Israel would never use one. You don't say never, unless there is something to say never about. 90 warheads, 3 delivery systems, 6 decades of deliberate silence. One press conference, one sentence, all of it gone. In the middle of a war, with bombs still falling on Iran and across the Middle East, Trump may have just let slip one of the most closely guarded secrets in the world. Speaking at the White House on March 16th, the US president was asked about comments made by his own advisor suggesting Israel might consider using a nuclear weapon if the conflict with Iran spiraled out of control. The American president's answer raised eyebrows.
One of your advisors, David Sachs, said the other week that the U.S. should, quote, declare victory and get out of the Iran war.
Yeah,
he also warned that if the conflict escalates, Israel may contemplate the use of a nuclear weapon. Has he shared that assessment with you?
No, he hasn't. Israel wouldn't do that. Israel would never do that. And there's a theory. You've pounded them to hell, and you could just leave now, and it'll take 10 years for them to build back not nearly what they have right now.
Trump neither confirmed nor denied that Israel has nuclear weapons. But for decades, that has been precisely the point. Israel's policy of deliberate ambiguity, known in Hebrew as amimut, has kept the world guessing since the 1960s. You don't say never unless there is something to say never about. The comment came after David Sachs, Trump's czar for artificial intelligence and cryptocurrency, broke from the administration's triumphalist tone on the conflict and warned of a far darker possibility. Speaking on the All In podcast, Sachs said the war carried what he called a lot of really frightening scenarios, cautioning that if Israel came under sustained attack, it could find itself contemplating the nuclear option. He called that prospect truly catastrophic.
This is a good time to declare victory and get out, and that is clearly what the markets would like to see. Israel could get seriously destroyed in this war, and then you have to worry about Israel escalating the war by contemplating using a nuclear weapon.
So what exactly would Israel be reaching for if it ever did use one? According to the Federation of American Scientists and the Stockholm International Peace Research Institute, Israel is estimated to hold around 90 nuclear warheads, though it has never officially confirmed this. The program dates to the late 1950s, built at the Negev Nuclear Research Center near Dimona with French assistance. By most credible accounts, Israel had a functional weapon by 1967. It is believed to maintain a nuclear triad: land-based Jericho ballistic missiles, aircraft-delivered bombs, and nuclear-capable cruise missiles aboard German-supplied Dolphin-class submarines, giving it a survivable second strike capability. Israel has never signed the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty. It has never submitted to international inspections, and for over 60 years, it has said nothing. But after all these years, Israel's best friend, Donald, might have given it all away. Israel has struck one of Iran's most sensitive nuclear facilities, targeting a compound it says was being actively used to push Tehran's nuclear weapons program forward. The site, known as the Talagan compound, sits within the Parchin military complex, roughly 30 kilometers southeast of Tehran. The IDF said Iran had been using it in recent years to develop advanced explosives and conduct sensitive experiments as part of the Ahmad project, Iran's alleged covert nuclear weapons development program, which Tehran has consistently denied ever existed.
This week, we attacked the Taliban site, which was used by the regime to advance its nuclear weapons program. We struck this site back in 2024, and since then, we identified that the regime had tried to restore it, so we struck it again. We are deepening the damage to the regime's ability to advance towards acquiring nuclear weapons.
Israel had struck Taliban before, in October 2024, as part of a retaliation for an Iranian missile attack. Since then, satellite imagery has shown Iran moving quickly to rebuild, encasing a newly reconstructed facility in what nuclear analysts described as a concrete sarcophagus designed to shield it from future strikes. Israel said it had detected those restoration efforts and struck again. The IDF provided no details on the extent of the damage. The Taliban strike was part of a broader wave of operations on March 12th, in which around 60 Israeli Air Force strike aircraft flew sorties over Iran, hitting power command facilities and ballistic missile production sites.
We entered the war in a calculated manner with an organized plan in order to remove an existential threat. We have a structured plan. We are deepening the damage and will continue to deepen it until this threat is removed.
The strike comes as the human cost of the war, now in its 13th day, continues to climb. Iran says more than 1,300 people have been killed on its soil since February 28th, the overwhelming majority of them civilians. In Lebanon, where Israeli strikes have intensified alongside renewed Hezbollah rocket fire, the death toll stands at over 634, including 91 children. 8 US service members have been confirmed killed in Iranian retaliatory strikes on American military facilities across the Gulf. As US and Israeli strikes continue to pound Iranian military targets, Tehran has issued one of its most serious threats yet, warning that Israel's Dimona nuclear facility could become a target if the two countries push for regime change. A senior Iranian military official made the warning as cited by the ISNA. The message was direct. If Washington and Jerusalem seek to topple the Islamic Republic through armed force, Iranian missiles will be aimed at the Negev desert reactor and regional energy infrastructure.
If the USA and Israel strive for regime change, our missiles for delivering the final strike will be aimed at the nuclear reactor in Dimona and the entire regional energy infrastructure.
The threat lands with particular weight given what Dimona represents. Located in southern Israel's Negev desert, the facility has sat at the center of one of the world's most closely guarded military secrets for over 6 decades. Built in the late 1950s with French assistance, Israel has never officially confirmed what the site does, maintaining a deliberate policy of nuclear ambiguity known in Hebrew as amimut. What the outside world knows largely traces back to 1986, when former Dimona technician Mordecai Vanunu leaked photographs and details to the British press. His account pointed to an advanced nuclear weapons program, complete with a plutonium reprocessing plant. Vanunu was abducted by Mossad, tried in secret, and spent 18 years in prison, 11 of them in solitary confinement. Israel has never officially acknowledged a nuclear arsenal, but the site is protected by layered air defense systems, and officials have long made clear that any strike on Dimona would be treated as an act of war of the gravest order. The potential for radioactive fallout over a densely populated region makes it one of the most dangerous flashpoints in the Middle East. Tehran's warning did not emerge without precedent. Even following last year's 12-day conflict between Israel and Iran, Iranian forces reportedly practiced strike scenarios targeting the reactor in military exercises. The latest threat comes as the broader conflict shows no sign of slowing. The IDF has said it is planning for at least 1 to 2 more weeks of operations inside Iran, with over 5,000 bombs already dropped. US Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth said on March 4th that American and Israeli forces would bring death and destruction until the job was done. With both sides raising the stakes, the question of where this conflict's boundaries actually lie is one neither Washington nor Jerusalem has yet answered. But if Iran is true to their word, something catastrophic doesn't seem far away.